I took some time to go exploring to the east. We really hadn't gone past this mountain range. I just kind of wanted to see what's over there. I found a bunch of traders dotted all along here. It was great. I also found blue clay. Phenomenal. That was one thing we really wanted to find. I also found a couple of readings of magnetite iron. So I think, and this would be if we can find higher readings, like down in this area, that would be closer than going all the way up here. Another thing that I was keeping my eye out for was some meteorite stone, the green stone, because I wanted olivine, because I want to start making refractory bricks. And so for refractory bricks, we need crushed quartz, crushed bauxite, and crushed olivine. The tier 3 ones, you need crushed ilmenite as well, which is titanium, which we need steel for, so we're not quite ready to deal with that. In fact, we don't even have a reading on ilmenite yet. So even if we wanted to, we don't have the resources to do that, to even start looking for it. So we're gonna work on tier 2 refractory bricks. But I wanted to come up here and show you guys the seasons starting to change near our base. You can see the yellows and oranges coming out in the trees. The grass is starting to change color. Our fruit trees especially, you can see the yellows and oranges. It's just beautiful. This is one of my favorite things about this game, is how dynamic the world is. As the seasons change, everything changes. And it's so pretty. But anyway, the traders that I did find, all, or not all, but most of them were, no, actually, yeah, all of them were artisans. Oops, I went too far down. And they all had lore items to purchase. We don't have a whole lot of rusty gears right now. We have 22. And we got 2 temporal gears, which I'm saving. Well, technically we have 3. We have 1 there that I kind of have out for decoration, then 2 here, and then another one that I am wearing as an amulet necklace because I like that it can be kind of a little bit light. Not much, but a little bit light if you absolutely all have to have it. We really need to focus on getting rusty gears. So, oops. Got anything to trade? Does Blythe want... Yeah, Blythe would like some flax bread again, and linen sacks. So I've been... she wants 2. I've been keeping my linen sacks because I saw that she wanted them at one point. We'll sell her 2 lemon sacks, and I believe I've got a little bit of flax dough from bait making that I can cook up real quick to sell her. Yes. So let's get this dough started while I get the sacks ready. I do want a better kitchen layout as well. I want these ovens to be set into the walls. I want more counter space. I want some shelf space. I really want to play with the cabinets. I think that's gonna be really good. So while those are getting ready, I think her demand for linen sacks was... Yes. So only 2 gears. While we're waiting for the ovens to heat up, just doing a quick animal welfare check, making sure everybody's still alive, not struck by lightning. We've got 1 egg, and it looks like we need to feed them again because they are not ready to lay yet. We need them to lay 2 more eggs, and then at least one of them be ready to lay another egg, so that they will be broody. And I need to put a way to get into here from my storage room because I always go to my storage room when I'm trying to come down here. I do like that you can do 4 breads. we gotta be very cognizant that we've got something cooking in the ovens so it doesn't get burned, because I'm pretty sure you won't buy it if it's charred. Okay, let us see how much of this bread Blythe would like to buy from us. I forgot to I know it's 8 per that they want. I didn't see how many demand they had, so how many sets of 8. I don't think I can do a full 4. I think I can only do 2. Oh, I mean, we still got 2. We still got 2 gears from that. That's not too bad. I am going to go ahead and grab the gears that we do have, and I did kind of take a little bit of a mental note as to like the artisan traders. They did want like emeralds and stuff. So let me see if we've got any emeralds to trade to them. And I know one of them wanted raw fat. I've rendered all of my fat, so I don't have any raw. I've got 2 emeralds. I'll take the lapis as well. Sometimes I don't want lapis. But let's see if we can trade for any fun lore stuff. Like, this makes me want to start the museum already as well. Like, we don't really have many places to put the lore items. We'll have to like decorate the house with lore stuff for now until the museum gets started, which I think is gonna be pretty big and take over most of this area. We'll have to find another place to put all of those oak trees. I don't know, I keep jumping down these holes over here because this is the one that I found the olivine in that I jumped down. I also found sulfur in there. Look at that, 20, I know this is poor, but 22.27 halite. Like, keep getting halite readings around base. Very poor halite, so I'm just jumping down all these holes, kind of hoping to catch a glimpse of salt. Probably gonna get myself killed. Also stumbled across several ruins underground, like in caves. I have not found any translocators yet. I mean, I haven't been trying too hard to find them, but I am a little surprised that I haven't found any. What was I doing? Oh yes, traders. Okay. This is the mountain range that I didn't really go past until recently. There was just easier terrain to traverse. And then that's the hole where I found the olivine and the sulfur, and I'm pretty sure there's borax down there too. It's a good hole. Oh, and while I was out, I found a bunch of high fertility soil. So I got high fertility soil that we can make some terra preta out of. We don't have enough compost to make a lot of terra preta right now. Probably gonna hold off on that until next year. But see, look at that poor halite. It says poor, but you know what? most of the salt I've ever found has been in poor areas. Okay. It just makes me want to jump down these holes. Like, there's some lead. There's more lead. Another hole. There's some more lead. Oh, do I have any lead? Should I just go ahead and get this? I think I'm just going to get some of this one. This isn't what I set out to do. But it's right there. Alright. Axe, you got anything to trade? You would take 10 lapis and then medium potential. These are both low potential. Wouldn't want either of those. And sell them that. Oh, and blue clay. I forgot. I wanted blue clay. And peat! Oh, I should have brought some peat. But anyway, yes. So, there's some lore here. Oh, I don't have enough for all of those. Okay. There we go. So I've got 2 parts, the center third and the right third of the serif tapestry. Let's see if, I mean, eventually we want all of them, okay? We're just kind of getting what we can get. I'm gonna dive south a little bit to check around these waterways, since we found a huge thing of red clay. I'm gonna check around the water to see if there's any more blue clay, because we've only got 1. I should be going down here, but I am. once we get some iron chain armor, I will feel better about caking. The leather armor is kind of just, it's okay. It is my preferred first armor, but it's not super protective. Let's see if there's any blue clay around here. It's kind of hard to see with all the foliage around. I don't usually run jump in this game because kind of a waste of your stamina, but it is helpful, I find, when you're trying to look up and around stuff. Onion seed, I mean, I did need some more onion seeds, so I guess this isn't the worst, but it would have been nice to get some new seeds. All right, let's head towards the trader again then. Look how beautiful this forest is. Ooh, I will always take an aged torch holder. Those things are a lot of brass, and we will be making a bunch of torch holders. So any ones that we can find from ruins is a bonus. All right, Ren, would you like a medium emerald? No, you would not. This is the one that wanted that, which I don't have. And they both wanted fire clay and peat. I really should have run that. All right, so we're not able to get a full tapestry yet, but we will be able to in the future. We'll work on that. We'll try to. We really need to get a road to an agriculture trader, because I'm pretty sure I've got one marked somewhere. Do I not have an agriculture trader in this world yet? Man, okay, well, we need to find one. You can usually get some pretty good trades with them, or a decent amount of gears that can be done pretty easily. Also, Blythe in our seems really like bread. So we should just make her a lot of bread. All the types of bread. And then I think she'll be happy continuously buying bread. So, found this. I do know from my last playthrough that the Resonance Archives has a thing that goes down like this and has doors like this, but I do know this is not the Resonance Archives. Don't know what this is. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go down. Is this one of the interactive dungeons? Is that? Is this? Rack. I'm just kind of taking everything in right now. I don't think this is story, because we can interact with stuff. This was a story place. We wouldn't be able to interact. Dirty gravel. Terra Preta, look at that. There's some more Terra Preta down here. This, I'm guessing, is some kind of, there's trash piles. This is kind of trash pit. So, aged compost. Pet, dirty gravel. Okay, interesting. I want to check this one first. Oh, look, gears. That's helpful. Protective suit. I take the protective suit. I would need to get glue for. Armor stands. Okay. Ooh, look at all this rot. Okay, what do I'm gonna get rid of medallion. There's a bunch of stuff in here that I want. I want a lot of this stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is mark this, and I'm gonna come back. Okay, we're gonna come back to this so I can get more of it. Look at these Asher blocks. I want these as well. I want a lot of this stuff. Let's just take a quick peek in here. here. Whoa. This is huge. Dang. More. We definitely need to come back here to properly loot this. There's so much stuff in here. This is really cool though. I really like this. There's so much to take in. And what is this? Stone sand. Trampled earth? Game block air. I feel like that's... Wonder what this is. Even large fire clay. Yeah. Human lantern. Uh-oh. 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 We need to go back and then a bunch of stuff off, and then we need to come back and like loot a bunch of this. There's so much stuff down here. Not just like things, but blocks as well. Like those Asher blocks. Definitely want some of those because they're kind of a butt to make by hand. If you've ever looked into Asher block. This is awesome. Very exciting. Definitely coming back. Got the charcoal pit filled up. You can see I'm using the glass to just make sure there are no missing blocks. I'm not seeing any missing blocks. Good. Go ahead and get the split. Put up. Fantastic. That's awesome. Another thing that I've been playing around with, you'll see there's a chute going into this fire pit. It's because I'm trying to use peat to cook this lime into quicklime. And I don't think it's going to work. But I checked on it a little bit ago. It was up to 700 or 800. It was pretty high. I was like, man, that's really close. Next time I check on this, it should be cooking the lime into quicklime. The next time I checked on it, it was down to 200. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? So I'm not sure if quicklime can be cooked with just peat. What I'm doing with this elbow chute is I'm using the peat to try to get it up pretty high. And then once it runs through this peat, it's going to switch over to charcoal. Now, I think what the hard part is going to be is to figure out how many stacks of peat are needed before you have to switch over to charcoal. So last time I checked on this, like the quicklime was turning red. Like it was getting really close to starting to smelt, and then something happened and it just didn't. I'm not sure that was just a glitch or it did happen to it. I don't know. But I need to keep a closer eye on that, I guess. Check in on it pretty regularly. Did go out and get more iron. Oh, that's not iron. Here's the iron. So we have a good chunk of iron now. The next step, like we need to make a bunch of iron blooms now, but I'm kind of testing this at the moment. Look, see, it's starting to turn pink. So we need to heat up some flint to make calcified flint so that we can then grind up the calcified flint so we can make fire clay. Get more fire bricks because we only have a few fire bricks left. I did make the first stack of refractory bricks. And I do have half a stack of quicklime in my inventory. And I'm really wanting, see, look at this, 600, really waiting for this to go through and cook so that I can make some mortar to go ahead and make some tier 2 refractory brick blocks to start our beehive kiln. We also need to work on doing doors. We need iron doors, or trapdoors. Trapdoors down here. We need 3 of those. Kind of waiting for some good winds for that, because I would like to use the Hellhammer. And let me just go ahead and switch this over to Hellhammer and turn it on so I can hear when the winds are good. Yeah, so I want good winds to make iron plates, because that's going to make making the iron hatch doors easier. Okay, see, we're getting up there. We're getting there. Let's go talk about a couple other things real quick while we kind of wait on that. There is a baby goat, at least one, that I spotted, so I'm going to risk my life going in here to check the gender. I think that said female. Perfect! So we have a female. Any other baby goats? Don't kill me, bros. Oh god. I can't check that one. Female. Okay, so 2 females. My god. Are you? What are you? What are you? What are you? Male. Okay, so 2 females and a male. Not too bad. So the male will probably be processed, but we are going to be keeping the 2 females. And I'll probably keep 1 Gen 0 female, just so we can have 3 ewes. I like to get to... Maybe I should keep... I really want to get, like, 4. Okay, I think we need to fertilize some of these. Yeah, I need to get some fertilization, some fertilizer. One's been fertilized. So I wonder if it uses P and K, and that's why the N is still green. But after this, we need to go check on that quicklime stuff. I feel like I've left it alone too long already. Okay, let's go check that quicklime. Quick check on the quicklime. Okay, so now we're up to 700. Look, it's pink. And peat burns to 800. And this only needs to get to 825 to start cooking. Theoretically, peat should be able to do this. I just want to sit there and watch it. Looks like the charcoal pit's going, smoking a good way. Okay, I'm gonna stand over here so I keep an eye on the door to make sure to, keep an eye out for monsters coming in, since I don't have a door on this thing yet. And I am just gonna sit here and watch this. All right, we are getting close. So let's recap. Lime cooking temperature is 825. I'm curious to see, and peat gets up to 900. I'm curious to see if once it hits 825, if that is what causes the reset. I know it's been like 2 seconds for you guys. For me, it's been multiple minutes. I'm planning meals for next week while I wait for this. And it sounds like we've got some fantastic winds going on, judging by the Hellhammer noises we can hear. So I might process the blooms that we have. Okay. All right, one more. Let's see if it resets or if it keeps going or if it starts. Okay, okay, we're at 825. Okay. All right, it's starting. It did it. Oh, why did it break before? What happened? I don't know. Maybe it was a glitch. I did leave the area to go do some tree farming. I went to go cut down some trees for the charcoal pit. Maybe when the chunk gets unloaded, it stops. This is gonna suck because I really need that stuff. But actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until there are 8 at least. All right, and then I'm going to go down one of the roads to theoretically unload this chunk, and then I'll come back and see if it has restarted. Maybe the chunk needs to stay loaded, and I'm saying 8 because I've got 10 liters of water in a barrel. And I need 40 quicklime to make mortar, and I need mortar to make the tier 2 refractory bricks. That's the circle. That's like everything tying together. We got 8. I just open back up again. Yep, still 8. Over 800. All right, so now I'm just gonna go probably down the west tunnel. I guess I can show you what I'm working on down here for the hub. It's kind of a circle, as circly as a thing can be in a square block game, I guess. But we're just gonna run down this tunnel to unload these chunks, and then we'll run back. All right, I'm really not sure how far away you have to go to unload the chunks, but I feel like this is probably far enough. I'm gonna turn around, come back, see if the quicklime is still cooking or if it has restarted. Okay, let's check. It did! Look! See, look, now it's all the way back down at 400. Okay, so that's what happened. You can cook quicklime with just heat, but the chunks have to stay loaded. That's really good to know because peat is far less expensive than than charcoal. So I'm just gonna add a few more stacks of peat, and I'm just gonna make sure I stay at base until this is done. I'm gonna go and grab this. I should be able to make the mortar now. Yep, so we've got the slacked lime, and then now I need to add sand. I should have some sand. Okay, so we have 40 liters of slacked lime, so 1 liter per sand. So we need 40 sand. Perfect, now we've got mortar. Yay, we've got 16 tier 2 refractory bricks. Now for the beehive kiln, refractory blocks do we need? I think we need more than 16. Doesn't tell us here. Should have kept some for the kiln door. Yeah, I should have kept some for the kiln door. But let's just, we'll work on making another full batch. We also need iron rods. Can we do copper? Oh, we'll need iron nails as well. All right, how are the winds? Winds still doing pretty well. So I'll just take this time to go ahead and process the iron blooms that we do have. And I'll probably go ahead and make some bloomeries with the fire clay bricks that we do have. But we do need to work on getting more fire clay for many, many purposes. I hate that I'm loving the copper. It looks so cool. I had thought about slate as well. It's got like an interesting pattern. I just love the different color patterns in this. I think this looks really cool. And I feel like the pine wood complements it pretty well. I think I had that door moved over a little bit. It's starting to come together. The vision's starting to come together. Oh, I just hate how much copper this is gonna take. Oh my god. It's so much copper. These are 6 slanted copper roof pieces, which is 6 copper plates. So not only are we gonna have to collect a bunch of copper, but it's an insane amount of plates are going to need to be made. Kind of makes me want to get a second helve hammer. I don't think this is ready for a large gear. Could try to gear it up. Might have enough resin for that. Oh man, it's gonna be a lot. So I'm also still working on the refractory bricks. These just came out of the pit kiln, and I was getting ready to go ahead and make a kiln door just so we can start seeing the outline to see how many more blocks we're gonna need. I think we're gonna need probably at least 1 more stack. I mean, we'll need more anyway for the cementation furnaces and stuff. So, I mean, there's no end to the amount of refractory bricks we really need. But I need to go out and get more technically everything. But bauxite, I've got a good quartz mine that's not too far away. Not worried about that. And then the crushed olivines, also not terribly far away. It's in this hole found here with some sulfur as well. The olivine and the quartz, I'm not too worried about. But the bauxite, so here's the thing about the bauxite. I do have bauxite somewhere along this road. It might be right here. There's a hole. I fell down. The bauxite that I have gathered so far has just been from me literally going there just to mine bauxite. It just feels like I should be trying to mine an ore in addition to mining the bauxite stone. Like, I'd rather do two things at once. So I know there's some high copper readings up here. I'm thinking I'm gonna go up here and hopefully this copper is in or near some bauxite. Can copper be in bauxite? Flints can be in bauxite. And lapis can be in bauxite. Okay, so copper cannot be in bauxite. So you do have to mine copper to, or mine bauxite to mine bauxite. Like, there's not a secondary ore that you could be going for. This looks so sick. Okay. I have lapis readings up here then? Okay, I mean, we have some halite readings. Okay, hold on. Could we work our bauxite mining into our halite search? Except that our best halite readings are here at base. Do we have bauxite? Let's dig down to the mantle and find out. Per usual, I got distracted when I was mining down most of the mantle, and emerald came up on my node search. It's like, well, I've actually never looked for emerald. I'll take a look. And it also came up with a lot of quartz. And I was like, well, I need quartz anyway, so let me just go ahead and mine some of this quartz. I was looking at this, and so, I mean, it can spawn in meteorite, right? Can do that. I had originally was wondering, since it was coming up with quartz, if it was like silver and gold where they spawn, like it's in, let me see if I can find a better block to show this off. Yeah, so you see here you can see the gold in the quartz. So silver and gold spawning quartz. So, well, maybe it spawns in that. It doesn't. It's its own block. But it does look like it spawns with quartz. So I'm a little conflicted on whether I should break this or if I should take the block with me. But I think I'm gonna break this one because I want to see. Yes, okay. Rough emerald potential low. Okay, so that's interesting. If I find another one, which I'm hoping I do, although I was only getting trace amounts, probably keep it as an ore block to go in the museum. But it doesn't look like we have bauxite here at the base, which sucks. So I guess I need to go mine some bauxite just to mine some bauxite, even though that it just feels like a waste to mine for just a block. Like, I'm getting so much meteorite right now mining for this quartz, right? So it'd be great if like even quartz spawned in it and I could go in for the quartz and come out with some bauxite just from mining the quartz. I don't know, we'll figure something out. It'll be all right. So I've been doing some science. I put 2 stacks of heat into this campfire, like via the chest, to heat up, to preheat the flint, because it can get up to 900, and then flint needs to be at 1,000 to start melting. I want to maximize the effectiveness of the charcoal, right? So if I can preheat it up to about 900 with the peat and then have it automatically switch over to charcoal, that would be ideal. So I did 2 stacks of peat, and then I put in 48 charcoal. I believe there's 1 charcoal sitting in here, which is why it says 47 there. And I think this is pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be quite at 900, but it's going to be pretty close. I mean, just grabbing 2 stacks from the chest is easy. It's an easy thing to remember, an easy number to remember, right? So I think I'm good with the 2 stacks of peat. What I'm still trying to figure out is how much charcoal it takes to finish it out. Like, here it all comes in now. I think last round I did, yeah, there's the 48. Last round I did 32 charcoal, and I had to add some extra because it ran out, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was doing a bunch of other stuff, which I'll show you a little bit of that in just a second. Now I'm like, let's see if 48 is correct, because I know 32 isn't enough. We'll see if 48 does the trick. Now the winds have slowed down considerably, but I'm gonna try to get one more plate out of this, just another 3, another roof set. But I did oh, here it goes, picking up again. That'll be nice. But I did a bunch of stuff with the health hammer. We now have a little bit more iron, right? We've got more ingots. It's awesome. I think most of this is glass except for the last one. This last one's iron bloom, because I want to start getting the greenhouses set up. Now that we're in September, I want to start closing these glass so that we can extend our growing period a little bit. So that's what that is there for. And then the calcified flint is so that we can make the flint cooking so that we can make a bunch more fire clay, because we're still trying to get more refractory bricks. I also need more bricks for bloomeries. You can see that I've started the beehive kiln, but we do need a few more. The inside of it, the old pit kiln is still usable. So I've still been using the old pit kiln while building the beehive kiln. But I think we need one more full stack of refractory bricks. I think that'll do it. We do need a bunch of crates in here as well. These need to be, oh, what are they called? Iron doors, iron hatch doors, which I have 2 made. I need to make the 3rd one. But that's coming along. I'm gonna pause on Hellhammer stuff right now since the wind does seem to be dying down a bit. I'm leaving it turned on so that I can hear when the wind picks up. A little reminder. Okay, so we have made some progress on the roof for the chicken coop. See here. We've got this side almost done, right? And then we've got one corner. This corner block is like, doesn't look right. Is like the bottom corner piece. It's not a corner piece that would go up the sides. And I can't really tell block I need. That makes sense. This is the one that I made. I know there's some kind of corner block, like shingle, red clay shingle turns into this. I can't remember what I usually use for corners. Okay, I figured it out. It's a silly early morning mistake by me. What I have done previously is I've made roofs that go, up to a smaller point, right? So you have to, so you go in like this. And so the next corner piece would be here, and then the next one would be here, and then it would kind of end in a point here. That's not really what I want to do with this roof, though. With this roof, I want it to be more angular. It to hang off like this. I don't want it to go to a point. So I guess that means don't need corner roofs. It'll just kind of overhang on the short sides a little bit. Oh, temporal storm's coming. So this makes it a little bit easier. I do want it to overhang this a little bit. I do think there's a roof, half roof bottom. I think this would make the bottom come out just a little bit more. Okay, so I just need to make these slanty bits for this roof. Put these in storage somewhere. Figured it out what's going on. We're all good. Okay, it does seem like having the 2 peat beforehand it didn't have to use the full 48 charcoal. So it was 29 charcoal that was used. I guess when I did the first round, maybe I had accidentally unloaded something, or maybe I didn't use a full 2 stacks of peat. But I do know for sure this time 2 full stacks of peat were used. Beginning. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but now I've got 2 stacks of calcified flint that I'm planning to grind in the corn during the temporal storm that will be coming here soon. When that'll get done, I do have a few more pieces of roof to do. I did see that you can do half, so I'm wondering if that would be better to do on the very edges, like here, instead of having it be a full one on the side. Do you think I'm gonna need some kind of middle piece right here? I think that's just a roof tip. I'll need a good chunk of copper. Whoa! That was weird. You can fit right through that little hole. Alright, so I'm just going to keep making copper roofing until the temporal storm hits. Once the temporal storm hits, I'll go into the kitchen to grind up this calcified flint. Beehive kiln is done! Yay! Before we talk more about the beehive kiln, I want to show you what I've got for the chicken coop roof so far. So we do have the little half overhang sides started over here, and then on the top I've got some little roof ridges going on. We still need a few more here, and then also another one on the edge over there. And then I would also like to see the half little block here would look like the edge. See if we want to do that or not. Once that's done, either move to making the hen boxes or start doing windows. Oh my goodness, it's starting to get cold. Look, I'm getting cold around my edges of my screen. It's probably because I'm wet and it's 7 degrees Celsius. But anyway, you can start moving to like the chiseling part, the windows and the boards and stuff from the original sketch, and do something similar over here on this side. That'll be really good. And then I do need to check on everybody. Nothing there. Let's see if these babies have grown up or if they're still babies. They're still babies, so we're still waiting on them to grow up. I've started outlining the greenhouse. I've been checking on these. So far it hasn't gotten cold enough to kill them. I'm hoping they can finish growing before we get too bad of a cold snap. I'm gonna have to hop into a room real quick. Okay, so let's talk about the beehive kiln real quick. Right now I do have a bunch of fire clay and tier 2 refractory bricks in there to cook up, but I would also like to throw in some other stuff, namely some clay bricks. And we can change what color they are based on how many doors are open. Same for the blue clay. The fire clay does not change colors. But the question is, what color do we want to start with? I think I want to start with either black or gray. Let's start with gray. I think we're going to start with gray because I believe gray is what we used in the last world as the bottom part of our wall. And I did like that design. I wouldn't be opposed to doing something similar. So what we're going to do is make some blue clay bricks, but I think I need to go get more blue clay. I don't think I have a lot of blue clay because we just found that one spot kind of all the way over here. hopefully we can find some more down in here. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is to warm up, I'm gonna cook some food because I'm pretty much out of food that yep, now I'm out of unstored food. So I'm just gonna make some food real quick while I warm up, and then trek out over here to the east, get this blue clay, hopefully find some more blue clay patches. Maybe I can look up here. Maybe there's some up here. There's water splotches. See how close this is to a water splotch? Maybe I'll check up here before I go all the way out. Yeah, it's exciting to have the beehive kiln because now we can start, I feel like now we have like options to start decorating and making things look really pretty. I'm very excited for that. All right, let's go get some blue clay. Okay, so this little half thing, not really what I was thinking it was going to be. I thought it was going to come from like up a little bit more. I don't know. There's some kind of weird perspective thing happening with the texture, I think. I'm hoping adding some more details will help fix it. It just looks a little off right now, but the roof is done now. Go up here. Have the chickens grown up? I think they're just pullets. They're still, yeah, they still have some growing up to do. Okay, so I think the next thing that I would like to do is I do want there to be a little loft in here to store some grain to make it easier to feed grain. Maybe like a loft right here, and we can move the ladder inside. Just for aesthetics, I don't know if we'll really need it inside, but we can put it in. So yeah, I'm thinking bottom slab for the loft. Maybe we can put some hay up there too, some dried grass hay bales. And then also I spent a bunch of time mining quartz. I've got this is all quartz being smelted because we need so much quartz for the greenhouses. I also want to use them for windows in chicken coop. Throw these here just to remind myself what they are, to see if I can find a good place for them, just to keep them in mind. I feel like there could be some really cool use to this. Let's check this. Oh, good. Yay! Oh, look, everything is done. So we have a bunch of bricks in here that we can start playing with too. So we do need to pull all those bricks out. It means we can make a bunch more bloomeries than just 5. Honestly, I might do a whole ton more just to speed up the glass production. All right, so next steps with this is just starting to add some of the details to it. I think the door needs to be moved as well. And then putting the hen box stuff up here, that's part of the detailing. Getting the loft in. I do need actually one more half piece of roof tip. Not super worried about it right now. It can kind of be done a little bit later since it's in the quote-unquote back for now. And then let's just see. I feel like some of the... Oh, yep, we got piglets. Okay, great. We've got some piglets. We're going to be getting more. It looks like just one litter so far. And you might have noticed I did put some stalks over here for... Oh my god, that was so freaking cute. Oh, it's so adorable. Some stalks for the goats, and then also for the pigs as well. Hopefully this will make it a little bit safer to like figure out what we're going to do with them. Like, are they getting processed or are they staying? Those super fun decisions. A little bit safer. Feel like it's starting to come together a little bit. I don't like how this like blends straight into that. I'm not really sure what to do about that. I guess I could make this only one only one wide at the bottom. I would have to change it here, maybe. I'm not sure. I feel like something needs to happen here between these two. I am liking this so far. I do feel like the details are helping it not look so awkward. You know? I did move the door over a little bit. I think I like it. I was envisioning this being more round. Maybe I need to play with this part a little bit more. So far I'm liking it. And just thinking like inside here, maybe we can put a little potted flower or something to make it, you know, look a little bit better in here. With this, could I chisel this away? This is the inside of a window look like. What does the inside of a window like this look like? I feel like it would just be, this wall would be thinner, right? This needs a little work. The inside needs a little work. Okay. I think I'm going to take a little chiseling break just to do the loft real quick, just because I think that'll be pretty. I am loving this so far. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. I do like this window shape. I did round it off a little bit more at the top. I do have a loft inside here. Go up. There's some hay in here, and then there's a crate. Oh no. I need to put this back. Okay. And then there's a crate here that's got some flax grain in it. And so I don't have to come up here every time. There is a little door right there. So I can just pull the flax out or put it back in. That's nice. I like that. Eventually the hen boxes are going to be up here on this row, and we'll have a little ramp for them to go up in there. But this is really starting to come along. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on this wall though. I think a window over here would work. And then we're going to have the hen boxes here. But on that side, it's just going to be a wall. I'm not sure that a window makes sense here. I'll have to think about what I want to do there. And then I also haven't started chiseling. Like I had an idea to put a little chicken mosaic, like a little chicken pixel art up here. Haven't started that yet, but maybe we could do some kind of chicken art in here as well. I'll have to think on that. Also, lighting for right now is just a copper lantern. Does fit pretty well, although I might switch it to a bismuth lantern just to change the color vibe up in here a little bit. It's a lot of brown. And then out here with the copper roof, we've got, you know, red and green. So maybe a bismuth lantern inside would be good. And then I'm also considering some kind of, this is too big, but like shutters. It might just have to be chiseled. I think a trapdoor is just going to be too big. But I'm very excited this is coming along. It's nice to spend some time just doing some chill chiseling, especially after spending so much time getting all these copper plates. I do desperately need to go copper mining. Look at this. We've got 123 nuggets left. That's it. It's not even a stack of nuggets left. Still also working on finishing up the greenhouses. So I'll probably stick around in base to finish the glass stuff. I'm really hoping he's finished growing up soon. Or this cold snap, or if I can get the greenhouse. Ooh, that one mature? Okay, great. So these I'm hoping are going to mature overnight. Will lead us into next month. Really kind of racing against the clock so that all this flax, I'm mainly worried about the flax. Flax doesn't die. And then the onions as well, just for cooking and stuff. So now that progress has been made on the chicken coop, I need to start thinking of ideas for the goats and the pig shed barn thing as well. Haven't done any research for those two yet, so do need to do some research, sketch out a few ideas, see what comes to mind, because I do think we're getting close to finishing at least the initial version of this. And I think I am also going to make their their outside area a little bit bigger, probably make it come out to here. We got too wide here, so just bump it out to here-ish, so just a little bit bigger. Yeah, loving how this is coming together.